Nice to play with no rehearsal. Personal. Cause the devil is a lie, eh? I'm telling you the truth, eh? It's all in what you do, eh? Some things you gotta do, hey. Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. We go live Sunday to Thursday in the barbershop. Jermell, Charlo, come stop by the barbershop, man. Great. It'll be cool to have you in. Hey, let's I want to talk about what I saw in the camp. I don't feel like going into my office, man. I'm doing some work in the living room. But I'll tell you one thing that I saw in Jermell Charlo, what I absolutely liked is the motherfucker's in supreme shape. I mean, insane shape. And I remember, if you guys would go check out my videos that I did on Charlo Harrison, I remember saying when he looked over at Earl Spence or somebody in the crowd going in around 12, I was like, this nigga's not even breathing hard. I mean, he is a supreme athlete. God is blessed, man. He's blessed with the gift of stamina, you know, and I do like that about him. And so that means if he has if he has the skill set, it can go a long ways with him. But yeah, man, I like that he's letting people inside to see who he is. I love all that. You got to promote yourself, man. You definitely got to promote yourself, man. And it's growing on me. The only thing is the shit got too many fucking commercials, Jermell. God, every 3 minutes you're gonna monetize it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, do what you do. But god damn, I got to go through 5, 6, 7 commercial breaks to get through an episode of Ringside with the Lions. You know what I mean? And here are my concerns. He's living in Houston, and Derek James is in Dallas. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a 3-hour drive. And so the days that they're not together, they're not growing together. I don't know how they're doing the training at all, but obviously 3 hours, that travel isn't being made every day. And so I hopefully that those days in between, because I've never seen a camp where the trainer and the fighter isn't in the same city, same location. You know, this is the first time in big time boxing that I've seen it in some times, or you understand what I'm saying? Especially 3 weeks out, I think y'all need to be together every day. You know, you got to get that chemistry, you know, and some may say you already have it, but I'm telling you, it's just something, it's a synergy created, you know, and there's a tempo and there's a sense of urgency, because you're only going to hear one voice. Well, he's going to hear his uncle's voice. His uncle's in the corner. I forget the brother's name. But he's in the corner, and Maurice is in the corner most times. And so, but Derek James does a lot of the talking. So you need to have that level of intimacy and that trust, and that's built over camp. And I think that hopefully they don't lose that with the 3-hour drive and the 3 hour. I think he needs to either pay for Derek James to add that to his expense sheet and have Derek James come to Houston for the next 3 weeks, or Jermell Charlo goes to Dallas for the next 3 weeks, you know. And especially I saw his beautiful kids doing Zoom classes. So you can do, they can go to school on Zoom, but now it's crunch time. You did all the shit talking and everything else. Now it's crunch time, and you need to dial in. You need to really fucking dial in, and your weight cut got to be perfect. You can't have no mistakes, and you've done a phenomenal job with your weight cuts over the years that I've seen. I've never seen no physical problems with it. You always go and perform. You always in shape. So I will say that about you. And here's another concern that I have. And this is a novice talking. I've never been in a professional fight before. Your left hook. I think, you know, when you throw your left hook, a rocket is coming. All right. you know when you throw your jab, a left hook is coming. So there has to be another punch and or movement off your left hook. Okay? You got to slide or you got to double it up. You know what I mean? And it's coming off short. His left hook is coming off short. It's no extension to his left hook. And I think Rosario looks maybe 2 inches taller, just based off of my memory of Rosario in the ring with J-Rock and what I know of Charlo. So you got to get some extension, catch here, extension here, and you got to roll and double that bitch up. You know what I mean? Or something. But you got to give Jason Rosario's different looks with your left hand. That is essential to winning this fight. Because Jason Rosario, similar to Danny Garcia, timing. Go back to the J-Rock fight. Just timing. Timing is nothing special about his punch creation, his punch combinations. But he's timing you. He's intaking data on you. He's intaking data. The first 2 rounds, maybe you throw a single hook. You know what I mean? Maybe you get warmed up. The second one, hook, jab, roll, slip, bah. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to add this shit to you. Because if not, he going to time you up. If you throw a single left hook with Rosario, he just going to be here. He just going to catch it here. You know what I mean? I don't know if he going to roll under. I don't know if he has that in him. Shoot the right hand. But guaranteed a rocket is coming off of your left hook. Guaranteed a rocket is coming off of your left hook. So you got to keep him busy. You got to keep him busy with that right hand if you're going to engage like that. You know what I mean? I don't understand if the game plan is fight from distance, be an athlete, get in, get out, be the Joker, come in. Not the Joker, but that motherfucking cat that disappears and he appears here in the Marvel or whatever that shit is. I forget the motherfucker's name. I don't know if you're going to be that kind of fighter. You know what I mean? Where you get in, throw a 3-punch combination, roll out, you know what I mean? Guard up, roll out, you know what I mean? Or you going to, I don't know what the game plan is, but your left hand is the key to your success. All right. Jason Rosario is giving you your right hand. Okay. And what I mean by giving you your right hand is he wants you to do this. Jab, right hand. He wants you to do that. He's that keeps him. You got to be exotic with Rosario, and this is just, you got to be exotic with him. You got to change it up. It's like your gun. It's like your gun collection, Jermell Charlo. You got to be exotic with it. Nothing great, but you got to change up your punch combination with him. If you become orthodox with Jason Rosario, you're going to get hit with that rocket. I don't know what it does to you. You are in supreme shape. Maybe you roll it off and you like, fuck it, I can take his power. But if you're throwing jab, right hand, jab, right hand, left hook, Rosario got that shit. He going to time you. Look like Danny Garcia and Amir Khan. Think Danny Garcia, Amir Khan. All right. Oh my God, Amir Khan is dominating. He's blazing. He looks. I mean, there was a scenario in that fight where Danny Garcia's left hook was 3 feet away from Amir Khan, if I remember correctly, and it looked so awkward. And he looked so amateurish. But Danny Garcia said, "Okay, I'm a millimeter closer in the second round. I'm going to be an inch closer in the third round. In the fourth round, I'm going to be 2 inches closer." And he don't see it coming. He don't feel it because it's such in small increments. And by the 7th round, I'm in the house. He's falling in love with himself. 3-punch combination have turned into a 5-punch combination. And I know after he throws that right hand, a left hook is coming. I'm going to let you throw your first 2. And Danny Garcia says, I'm throwing the left hook. The moment I catch 2, I'm throwing the left hook and I'm going to catch it. And that's what Jason Rosario is. He's going to, Jermell Charlo dances a lot. He hops and he skips and he jumps in, and you know what I mean? And he's very economic with his jab, right? Like he kind of likes this and shit, and he's kind of wound up. He don't really have the loose muscles like per se like a Paul Williams or You know what I mean? Like a Robert Easter type. He don't really have those long, elongated muscles and shit. So he comes in kind of wound up. And Jason Rosario might start leading with his right hand because you've been orthodox. You know what I mean? Every time you do this in the 6th, 7th round, like, oh shit, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna jump in with the left hook, jab, right hand, you know what I mean, and roll. He always rolls to his right. Jermell Charlo loves the, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correct, he rolls and he stays crouches and he hunts and he hunts and he hunts. And then he bounces on this, and then he bounce. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be more exotic. You got to be loosened with, you got to start taking yoga, man. You got to be more loose. You got to have some oxygen in your muscles, man. You got to have some dexterity in your muscles and shit. You know what I mean? And that's going to be the difference in the fight. Be exotic with your punch combinations. Don't let Jason Rosario know. Jab, right hand, left hook. That's ABC. That's the first punch. No, the first pump combination you throw is jab, right hand, right? Jab, right hand, catch, left hook. All right. So it's just it's just what I believe. I could be wrong, and I'm not an expert, but I've seen hundreds of fights, and I've seen Jermell Charlo for years. You know, it's just and you have to be uncomfortable to win this fight. Jason Rosario is 13 pounds away from making weight. So I heard last week, you know, so do your job, and you'll be the unified champion of the world. And but to wrap things up, Jermell Charlo was ready. He looks ready physically. I've never seen him be this open. So this is the first time I've seen him open in terms of information. So I don't know what this is going to play into his camp. I've never seen him have any problems with his friends in camp or anything like that. So I can't sit here and say that's a detriment. I can't speak on that. But Derek James in Dallas and Jermell in Houston, I don't know how they're working it out, but y'all need to be together 6 days a week coming down this home stretch. You know, whether you take a day off, you're looking at film together or you guys on StreamYard watching the fight together, or on Zoom. Now with technology, you can watch it together and be in different locations. But coming down this stretch, you know, Roy Jones said it best. There's something about cutting weight that makes you angry, that makes you an animal, that creates that villain in you, you know. And we'll see September 26th, man. We'll definitely see what I should have bet this motherfucking Marshall game. Marshall, Eastern Kentucky. I didn't even know football was on today. I'm so unattached to sports. So, but anyways, as I'm doing a boxing video, but but I am, man. I'm trying to force myself to get into it, but you know, this week we saw 2-3 killings. Man, it's just it's hard for me to actually really dive into boxing. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, September 26th is on. And we'll see how Jermell Charlo performs, man. You know, the boxing world will be watching. I'm not sure if they're gonna pay for it, but they'll be watching. You know, I mean, man, this economy is rough. This economy is real rough. I don't care what nobody say. Do a group economics thing, man. I don't care if you got the money or don't have the money, man. If you're gonna buy the pay-per-view, everybody put in $5 each. They haven't even put out the cost yet. You know what I mean? So how the hell can people prepare for it if they don't even have the cost? You know what I mean? So anyhow, man, Barbershop Conversations, man, feel free, hit the subscribe button, and talk to you guys.